Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're a plant lover like me, you're definitely in for a treat today. I can't wait to share my proven 3-step fertilizing routine that's seriously going to make your plants grow like never before. Whether you've got an indoor jungle, a backyard garden, or just a couple of potted plants sitting by your window, this routine is something that's helped me grow some of my most healthy and vibrant plants. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for the whole video because by the end, you'll be ready to tackle your plants like a pro. Before we dive in though, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. I've got a lot of plant care tips coming your way that you won't want to miss. Plus, if you're someone who's always looking for new ways to nurture your plants, this is the place to be. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. Now, if you've ever felt like no matter what you do, your plants just aren't thriving the way they should be, don't worry, you're not alone. You water them, you give them sunlight, you try all these different methods, but somehow, the growth just isn't as lush as it should be, right? Well, that's where fertilizing comes in. You see, when it comes to plant care, fertilizer is one of the most important factors for promoting healthy growth. It's like giving your plant a supercharged energy boost. But, and this is key, not all fertilizers are created equal, and it's not just about tossing some fertilizer in the pot and calling it a day. There's a right way to do it, and today, I'm going to break it down for you in 3 easy steps. Alright, let's jump right into step 1, choosing the right fertilizer. Now, if you're anything like me when I first started out, you might have walked into a garden center and just grabbed the first bottle of fertilizer you saw. The truth is, choosing the right fertilizer is key to ensuring your plants are getting exactly what they need to grow big, healthy, and strong. I personally prefer organic fertilizers. Why? Because they're gentler on the environment and provide a more natural, slow release of nutrients to your plants. Organic options like compost, worm castings, or liquid fish emulsion are packed with nutrients that your plants need, and they're typically safer to use, especially if you're growing edibles or plants you want to keep as natural as possible. Plus, they improve the soil structure over time, which is an added bonus. However, I'm not saying synthetic fertilizers don't have their place. Synthetic fertilizers are highly concentrated and fast-acting, which means they're great for plants that need a quick nutrient boost. These are the fertilizers you'll see with numbers like October 10th, 10 or the 20th of October 10 on the label. The numbers represent the levels of nitrogen, N, phosphorus, P, and potassium, K, which are the 3 primary nutrients that plants need to thrive. Nitrogen, N, this helps with leaf and stem growth. Phosphorus, P, this is important for root development and flowering. Potassium, K, this helps plants build resistance to diseases and promotes strong overall growth. Okay, now that we've got our fertilizer picked out, let's talk about step 2. How to apply it correctly. First things first, before you apply any fertilizer, make sure your soil is moist. Plants absorb nutrients more effectively when the soil is a little damp. Next, let's talk about dilution. Some fertilizers come pre-mixed, but for most liquid fertilizers, you'll need to dilute them with water. A general rule of thumb is to dilute it to about 1/4 to 1/2 strength for your first few applications. Once you've diluted your fertilizer, it's time to apply it. I use a watering can with a fine spout, which helps distribute the liquid evenly across the soil surface. With granular fertilizers, you'll sprinkle the granules around the base of the plant, then lightly water the area. The best time to fertilize is in the morning or evening, when the sun isn't at its peak. A little pro tip, always check the soil before fertilizing. Stick your finger into the soil about an inch deep. Alright, we've covered picking the right fertilizer and how to apply it properly, but now we're diving into the third, and arguably one of the most important steps, timing and consistency. Timing is everything, and when it comes to fertilizing, you need to understand the different growth cycles of your plants. Plants have active growing periods and rest periods, just like we do. During their active growing season, they'll need more food to support all that growth. During the growing season, I usually fertilize every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how fast my plants are growing. Fast-growing plants like peace lilies or pothos might need a bit more love, while slower-growing plants like succulents can go a bit longer between feedings. When winter rolls around, things slow down, and so should your fertilizing routine. For most plants, I reduce the fertilizing schedule to once every 6-8 weeks during the winter months. I recommend setting a reminder on your phone or writing it down on your calendar. Every plant is different. Some, like orchids or certain tropicals, might need more attention when it comes to their feeding schedule. Hardy succulents or cacti might need even less. Check for any signs of over-fertilizing or nutrient deficiencies and adjust your schedule accordingly. Understand your plant's growth cycle, keep a regular fertilizing schedule, and adjust for seasonal changes. Consistency is key, and a little planning goes a long way. Stick with this routine, and your plants will thank you by growing faster, stronger, and more vibrantly than ever before. All right, that's my 3-step fertilizing routine. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you have any questions or want to share your own plant care tips, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more plant care advice. Happy planting, everyone!